Shabbat Shalom. Welcome to Congregation Beth Israel in Houston. Live streaming is here for you. I'm delighted that we can share the Shabbat together, sharing beautiful prayers, inspiring music, and an important message. As the week continues and Shabbat begins, please accept my very best wishes for good health, much life, and greater peace. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Good Shabbos to each of you. As we come into the sanctuary and take our seats, we're sensitive to the fact that traffic is heavy in Houston, but we take the time that we need to grow comfortable in our space and look forward to the music and prayers that enter us into the spirit that is Shabbat. And as we do, we reflect on the week that has passed. So much has happened in the world around us. In Israel, elections. In Israel, almost a landing on the moon. A remarkable effort and achievement that will surely be aimed for again and will cheer on all of Israel's developments and aspirations. But for each of us, we also reflect on the joys we have known and the opportunity tonight to share in our prayers and songs to give thanks to God for the joys that we've come to experience and to share with those who are dear to us. And for those who have had challenges this week, and I know that you have, then our prayers and songs enter us into a moment of reflection with an eye on a new week and certainly a day of rest and of peace. And tonight, Rabbi Scott leads us with her beautiful music in our opening song that we can share together.
We begin our service tonight with the singing of L'chu Neranenah. The words can be found on the reverse side of your Friday night guide. L'chu God, the maker of all, sure and strong. with all of our hearts to hear God's voice. Lehune ranina, lai 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 lai, Ladonai, lai 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 lai, Naria, lai 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 lai, Victoriano, lai 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 lai.
In our prayer book, we turn to page 2 and 3 as we invite Stephanie Burdine and Dwana Cohen to lead us in the blessing over the Sabbath lights.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, Asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat. Shabbat shalom.
As we continue on page 146, we rise now for our call to worship Baruch Hu.
Baruch Hu et Adonai ha'mevorach. Baruch Hu et Adonai ha'mevorach. Baruch Adonai ha'morach le'olam va'ed. Baruch Adonai ha'morach le'olam va'ed. Ya la la la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la.
Page 147, responsively. Adonai, your majesty is proclaimed by the marvels of earth and sky. Sun, moon, and stars testify to your power and wisdom. Day follows day. Though all things pass, let not your glory depart from us. Help us to become co-workers with you and endow our fleeting days with abiding worth. Baruch atah Adonai, Hamariv Aravim. In each age we receive and transmit Torah. At each moment we are dressed by the world. Each age we are challenged by our ancient teaching. At each moment. In each age we add our wisdom to that which has gone before. At each moment the knowing heart is filled with wonder.
In each age the children of Torah become its builders and seek to set the world firm on a foundation of truth.
Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavcha uvechol nafshecha uvechol meodecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha Veshinantam levanecha, vedibarta bam, veshivtecha baveitecha, uvlechtecha vaderech, uvishochbecha, uvekumecha, ukshartam lehot aliadecha, vayuletot avot, beinenecha, uchtavtam, Al mezuzot beitecha uvisharecha leman diskeru vasitem et kol mitzvotai vitem kedoshim leelohechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher otzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim L'hiod lachem le'elohim ani Adonai Elohechem.
Together on page 150, you shall love Adonai your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. Take to heart these instructions with which I charge you this day. Impress them upon your children. Recite them when you stay at home and when you are away, when you lie down and when you get up. Bind them as a sign on your hand, and let them serve as a symbol on your forehead. Inscribe them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Thus you shall remember to observe all my commandments, and to be holy to your God. I am Adonai your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am Adonai your God. Adonai Elohechem Emet. Responsively, we worship the power that unites the universe, a promise of harmony for all.
And evil abound.
Before our eyes there is a vision of perfection, order, and goodness.
There is evil enough to break the heart, and there is good enough to exalt the soul.
When will redemption come?
When we grant everyone what we claim for ourselves.
Long ago we escaped the tyranny of Egypt. Our people saw the power of the Most High.
We learned God's presence redeems time and event. So we celebrate this power that makes for freedom.
Lifnei Moshe
ונאמר, כי פר אדוני את יעקב, וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו. ברוך אתה אדוני, גאל ישראל.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, v'amidenu shomrenu l'chaim, ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha. Give us a place to rest, O God. Shelter us in the long, soft evening shadows of your truth. You are true protection and safety. In your presence we find love and acceptance. Watch over us as we go forth. Prepare for us as we return. Spread over us your shelter of peace, over all we love, over our Jerusalem and yours. Baruch atah Adonai, haporei sukat shalom aleinu, v'al kol amo Yisrael, v'al Yerushalayim.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל, ביני ובין בני ישראל, אות היא לעולם, אות היא לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים, כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש. שמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. שמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
We read together in the middle of the page. The people of Israel shall keep Shabbat, observing Shabbat throughout the ages as a covenant for all time. It is a sign for all time between me and the people of Israel. For in 6 days Adonai made heaven and earth, and on the 7th day God ceased from work and was refreshed.
We continue now with Hatfilah on pages 155 and 156. Please rise.
Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu, Velohei Avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Velohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Velohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanorah, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Vekonei Hakol, Vezocher Chastei Avot ve'imahot, Umevi Gula Lifnei V'neihem, Leman Shemo ve'ahava, Melech Ozer u'Moshia u'Magen, Baruch Atah Adonai, Magen Avraham v'Ezrat Sarah.
We continue on page 157 responsively. We pray that we might know before whom we stand, the power whose gift is life, who quickens those who have forgotten how to live, having implanted within us an eternal spirit.
We pray for winds to disperse the air of sadness, for rains to make parched hopes rise again.
We pray for love to encompass us for no reason save that we are human, that we may blossom into persons who have gained power over our own lives.
We pray to stand upright, we fallen, to be healed, we sufferers. We pray to break the bonds that keep us from the world of beauty. We pray to be open to our own true selves. We pray that we may walk in a garden of purpose, in touch with the power of the world.
Praise be the God whose gift is life, whose cleansing rains let parched men and women rise again. Baruch atah Adonai mechaye hakol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, u'kadoshim b'chol yom yahalalu chasela. You are holy, your name is holy, and those who are holy praise you every day. Blessed are you, Adonai, the holy God. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh. Please be seated. May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day, and may we all live in such a way that this day fulfill its promise. Baruch atah Adonai, mekadesh ha-Shabbat. Responsively on page 163. For the good in us which calls us to a better life, we give thanks.
For the strength to improve the world with our hearts and our hands, we offer praise.
For the desire in us which leads us to work for peace, we are grateful.
For life and nature, harmony and beauty, for the hope of tomorrow, all praise to the source of being.
For all these things, O Sovereign, let your name be forever praised and blessed. O God, our Redeemer and Helper, let all who live affirm you and praise your name in truth. Blessed are you, Adonai, your name is goodness, and you are worthy of thanksgiving. Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha ulcha na'eh lehodot. Grant us peace, your most precious gift, O eternal source of peace, and give us the will to proclaim its message to all the peoples of the earth. Bless our country as a safeguard of peace, its advocate among the nations. May contentment reign within our borders, health and happiness within our homes. Together, strengthen the bonds of friendship and fellowship among all the inhabitants of our world. Plant virtue in every soul, and may the love of your name hallow every home and every heart. Praised are you, Adonai, who blesses your people with peace.
Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. Ki ata Melech Adon, Lechol HaShalom. Ki ata
Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. V'tov beinecha levarech et Amcha Yisrael bechol eit uvachol shah bishlomecha. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam.
We pause now for a moment of silent prayer.
Beautiful music, meaningful prayers help to set us on a path to healing, physically, emotionally, spiritually. We enjoy it and feel it for ourselves. But this night, we're also thinking of those who are dear to us and our families and circle of friends. And so this night, we add to our thoughts and prayers Susan Pye, Donald Podoloff, Rebecca Risch, Charlotte Busby Strauss, Lucille Gitzig, Arnie Miller, Marina Gutierrez, Arthur Hamburger, David Suffian. For them and for all who are dear to us, we join in a Misha Berach, a prayer for their health and well-being. The words can be found on the back side of your Friday night guide. Please join us.
Misha Berach Avotenu, Avraham, Yitzchak, v'Yaakov. Misha Berach Imotenu, Sarah, Rivka, Leah, v'Rachel. May the one who blessed our mothers, may the one who blessed our fathers, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, and bless us as well. Bless us with the power of your healing. Bless us with the power of your hope. May our hearts be filled with understanding and strengthened by the power of your love. Hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, and bless us as well.
It's a joy this evening to welcome two couples to the Bima who will celebrate the day of their marriage under the chuppah. In April, Ashley Ellerin and Samuel Boyer. Please come forward and join me here. And in May, Andrew Scheidler and Ashley Broadwater. Please join us too. Great. Two chuppahs, one wonderful Shabbat evening for a blessing. Mikor Ahava, source of all love, these loving couples come into your presence seeking your blessing upon their marriages and their futures as couples. We pray that the words that you will exchange under the chuppah will deepen your commitment to each other, not only that night, but for years and years to come. We pray that your hearts will always be turned to each other in patience, understanding, and love, and that your homes will be a mikdash ma'at, a small sanctuary for each of you, dedicated to God, to Torah, to our people. And most of all, that in all the ways that you dream about your future, that you will know happiness and love and friendship and companionship, and years from now look back on this season as a time of extraordinary joy. And as I'll have the privilege to join you in April and in May for your wedding days, and to share with you then the blessing of old, I'd like to invite the congregation that shares in your joy tonight to join us in Shechianu, our prayer of gratitude for all that we've come to celebrate together as we say, Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, Shechianu v'kiyamanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. Blessed are you, eternal our God, ruling Spirit of the universe, who has kept us in life and sustained us and brought us together to share and to anticipate such joyous times. Amen. Mazel tov. And mazel tov to your families. What a special meaningful time. And as we anticipate that all will go well for them, then in a few years we'll invite them back to the Bema to celebrate, as we will tonight, quinquennial anniversaries, those multiples of 5 years of marriage and love. And so now I'd like to call these couples to the Bema to celebrate their anniversaries. Jenny Gus and Kevin Smith celebrating 5 years. Megan and Adam Tabak celebrating 10 years. Come on up here. Joy and David Turkel celebrating 15 years. Sam and Barney Gershon celebrating 20 years. I know that they're celebrating. They're a maybe on my list. Freda and Gary Friedlander celebrating 40 years. Beautiful. Great. What a delight to welcome you to the Bema in good health, with strength and lots of love. Mekor Chaim v'Ahava, source of all life and love, how grateful we are that we can celebrate these wonderful wedding anniversaries together in the congregation, on the Bema, and in your presence, O God. As we look back over many years or few, they are filled with joy and love and hope. As you reach the high points along the way, you celebrated and you said, what a blessing. To be with the one you love so dearly, it makes all the joys even sweeter. And even when you face some challenges, as we often do, because life is hard, we've learned, you found in each other's presence the one you needed most. And together, you found your way over and around those challenges with great expectations to know joy and love and peace again. You're so fortunate and so blessed to be together. And so as we celebrate your love and the joy you've come to know, we can ask God's blessing to be with you now, even as we asked God's blessing to be with you so many years ago. We say, Yivarecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God bless you and protect you. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka. May God's countenance shine upon you and guide you and be gracious to you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God grant you all that you wish for yourselves and your families with you. May it be life, good health, love, and the greatest blessing of all, many more years together in peace. Amen. Mazel tov to each of you. Mazel tov. Nice to celebrate so many joys tonight, as Shabbat would guide us to do. This is the season of Passover just a week away, and the Shabbat begins for us with a special name. It's called Shabbat Hagadol, the Great Sabbath, so called because the rabbis of old gave the longest, most detailed sermons on Shabbat Hagadol. Aren't you lucky? I promise I won't do that. But there is an exit sign at the back of the sanctuary in case you grow concerned. Shabbat Hagadol, the Great Sabbath, was truly to prepare us for what the week of Passover would be. And as Zman Cherutenu, the season of our freedom, begins, we anticipate, too, not only welcoming family and friends around our Seder tables, but perhaps, personally, to experience our own exodus from whatever Egypt we might be experiencing. There's a beautiful prayer in our prayer book that suggests that we still live in Egypt, because from time to time, though it isn't a physical bondage we need to overcome, there are emotional and spiritual and other ways of being bound up and prevented from getting on with the life we really want to celebrate and enjoy. And just as our ancestors hoped to do, and they did as we read in the book of Exodus, they were redeemed from Egypt, from their bondage, as God led them from that place to a time of revelation. At Sinai, as they received the teachings of Torah, they were free to embark on a life that would be guided for them by the teachings of Torah that would lead them to peace. That's our hope too. In our Torah portion this week, we find an interesting portion that actually has a lot to do with overcoming our bondage that each of us experiences in our own ways. You see, in the portion called Mitzorah, it begins with the words, V'zot Torat HaMitzorah. This is the teaching of the Mitzorah. But even the rabbis of old didn't truly understand what the Mitzorah was, except that by way of description, it seemed that they were describing a person who was so affected by scaly infections and other bodily issues that they were isolated from the community, put out, as it were, until they could be brought back in when they had been so-called healed, even though medicine didn't really exist in such ancient times the way we understand it today. And so by way of translation, we often read it as leprosy. This is the law of the leper, as it's often stated. And so for centuries upon centuries, there was this expectation that we were really talking about somebody who had a leprous infection. And what do we do with such a person? Well, we need to understand it obviously much differently, although clearly it's a bodily affection that someone had to overcome. And if they didn't, they were bound up by it and unable to move on and participate in the life and joy of the community in which they lived. So there's a story about a peddler who went around the vicinity of the town called Sepphoris in the area of the Galilee, a beautiful area filled with a lot of commerce and people. And there lived a rabbi named Rabbi Yanai in the early part of the 3rd century. And Rabbi Yanai sat in his study as rabbis do, and studied and expounded and taught as rabbis also love to do. And the peddler came by and said, "Who wants to purchase and know the elixir of life?" Well, Rabbi Yanai heard this, and he inquired. And as the peddler exclaimed again, "Who wishes to buy and purchase the elixir of life?" the rabbi said, "I'd like to purchase that." And the peddler said to the rabbi, "People like you don't need to purchase this." And he said, "Come and sell it to me." And as the rabbi looked at what the peddler was selling, there in the book of Psalms, he read, "Who desires the elixir of life? The one who prevents himself from participating in evil, departs from evil, does good, and speaks well of others." And the rabbi explained, now I understand what it means, because Solomon also taught in a proverb to guard our tongue from evil and to know only the good, to depart from evil, to do good. Now, the rabbi didn't speak English. The rabbi knew Hebrew. And there in the Hebrew of the proverb was the word Mitzorah. It was the same Mitzorah that we find in Leviticus. It was the same one that he found in the proverb. And he made a connection. I see that if the one who is stricken by the scaly affection we call Mitzorah, the leper who was set apart from the community, wants to be brought back in, all it takes is to depart from evil, to speak well of others, and to use our tongue for kindness. And what the rabbi helped us to understand, and what the Torah portion can mean to us, is not that we're talking about a scaly affection, something external to us, but rather something that begins well inside of us. It isn't necessarily the deeds that we do that make a difference in our life, but rather it begins with what starts deep inside of us in the soul and is expressed first by our words. Who desires the elixir of life? Everybody desires the elixir of life. Who wants to go free out of Egypt to enjoy all that life has to offer? And by virtue of Torah and revelation, all of us do. So how do we get on with it? How do we begin? How can this Passover be different than others? And how could we step over the threshold into the life we still seek for ourselves? It doesn't have to begin with some new deed, some great effort. Rather, it begins deep inside, to find a way to speak kindly of others, to choose the way to depart from the evil that might have confounded us in the past, and to find a way to renew the relationships that can be so meaningful to us. It isn't external, it's internal, deep in the soul. As we embark on our Passover holiday, as you welcome others to your table, familiar family and friends, or even strangers in your midst, let's begin on this Shabbat and next to heal the afflictions of self and create the community we desire, to go forth out of the Egypt we have been living in into a time of revelation and freedom. And let's begin simply with the words of our mouth, perhaps to wish each other Shabbat Shalom, perhaps to say welcome into our home or into our city or even our country. And then we can see the world in which we wish to live because we have welcomed others to join us. So I wish you Shabbat Shalom and a Chag Sameach, a happy Passover too, as we welcome in the holiday the season of our freedom and well-being. Amen. Please rise. As we take our places before the Holy Ark, we stand at the high place in our congregation before the Torahs with great anticipation that the freedom we wish to see comes from the teachings of Torah which guide us with God's blessings for love and for peace. And our Benot Mitzvah are so especially prepared this weekend to be called to Torah that it's with great honor and a privilege to take the Torahs now and to pass them from grandparents to parents to our children.
Romemu Adonai Eloheinu, v'hish tahavu lahar kodsho, ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu. Exalt Adonai our God and bow down towards God's holy mountain, for Adonai our God is holy.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Echad Eloheinu Gadol Adonenu Kadosh Shema.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Echad Eloheinu Gadol Adonenu Kadosh Shemo.
In our prayer book, we turn now to the bottom of page 282 and 287 as we join in Aleinu.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, l'teit gedula liot sebreshit, shelo asanu kigoye haratzon, velo samanu kimishpechot adama, shelo sam chalkenu kahem, V'gor aleinu kechol amonam, v'anachnu gorim, u'mishtachavim u'modim, lifnei melech malchei hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. V'nemar v'ayadonai lemelech al kol haaretz bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad uv'shemo echad.
Page 294. We take this time now to call to heart and mind our dear one who has departed this earth and entered the peace of life eternal. Today we lay to rest our beloved Shirley Marks, and we add the names of those the anniversary of whose death is observed this Shabbat. Fanny Nash, Harriet Friedman, Irving Becker, Lillian Bloom, Stephen Bresner, Toribio Cano, Dorothy Feigen, Abram Ginsberg, Barbara Goldstein, Stan Goldstein, Lillian Halser, Jack Lazard, Louis Michaels, Rose Pollock, Albert Rauch, Alexander Tauber, Irving Alexander, Rose Bass, Sophie Block, Mark Blumfield, Serena DeSax, Louis Finkelstein, Joan Friedkin, Esther Friedman, Robert Friedman, Dahlia Gabert, Ann Hamburger, Bessie Hyman, David Katz, Harriet Levy, Larry Steinfeld, Sadie Struzen, Mildred Berman, Betty Bryan, Jennifer Burdine, Adelaide Cohen, Blanche Gross, Harry Cooper, Norbert Lowy, Theodore Turk, Nellie Ephraim, Carolyn Goldberg, Bernard Grossman, Donald Hart, Ethel Rosenbaum, Norman Blumenthal, Sam Felder, Leila Fishbein, Jeanette Green, Sylvia Kessler, Kathleen Levy, Ida Bo Murfish, Carl Smoller, Mike Weinstein, Harry Yano, Lester Copeland, Arthur Epstein, Carmel Farber, Aaron Farfel, Jeanette Coleman, Doris Lehman, Meyer Levy, Simon Minchin, Ruth Podoloff, Irving Turner, Phyllis Wyman, Label Weinstein, Peggy Weiser-Kana, George Bales, John S. Gordon, Joseph Greenfield, Walter Lowenstern, Leon Payne, Harry Schwartz Sr., Harry Sussman, John Ben Taub, Joan Tappick, Phyllis Holland, Margot Hamburger, Henry Hamburger, Vannie Hockman, Edna Levy, Andre Rosenblum, Sidney Rosenblum. In their honor and in their memory, we rise as a congregation and recite together the words of Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, b'yamad divrachurute v'yamlich malchute, v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayedchol beit Yisrael, b'galal v'zman kariv imru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevarach le'olam olam me'amaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitba'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, v'yidadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei d'gudashah b'richu, le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, damiram b'yama v'imru amen. Yehei shlam araba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, Hu Yaseh Shalom, Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. May the source of peace send peace to those who mourn, and comfort to all the bereaved among us, as together we say, Amen. As we have dealt with death as part of life, we turn our attention to Kiddush so that we may sanctify the Sabbath day, the day in which we give thanks to God for the gifts of our life. And we join our Benot Mitzvah as they lead us on page 5.
The heaven and the earth were finished, and all their array. On the seventh day, God finished the work that God had been doing, and God ceased on the seventh day from all the work that God had done. And God blessed the seventh day and declared it holy, because on it God ceased from all the work of creation that God had done.
Praise to you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, creator of the fruit of the vine. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who, finding favor with us, sanctified us with mitzvot. In love and favor, you made the holy Shabbat our heritage as a reminder of the work of creation. As first among our sacred days, it recalls the exodus from Egypt. You chose us and set us apart from the peoples. In love and favor, you have given us your holy Shabbat as an inheritance. Praise to you, Adonai, who sanctifies Shabbat.
We therefore raise the cup in thanksgiving. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kishanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho, v'avahu ratzon hinilanu, zikaron l'maaseh bereshit, ki hu yom tehillah lemikrai kodesh, zeher letziat mitzrayim, ki vanu v'harta Yotanu kidashta mikol amin v'shabbat kodeshecha ve'ahava u'ratzon hinkaltanu baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabbat.
Shabbat Shalom. My name is Luann Katz, and I have the privilege of serving as Vice President of Beth Israel's Board of Trustees. Tonight, Cantor Trumpeter is celebrating Shabbat at home. On behalf of the congregation, we would like to give a sincere mazel tov to the families of Natalie Burdine and Hannah Cohen, who are becoming B'no Mitzvah this Shabbat. This weekend, we welcome Mackenzie Hahn, our 2018-19 fellow from the ISJL, which is the Institute of Southern Jewish Life. Mackenzie will be with us throughout the entire weekend and on Sunday helping to lead our all-school MBJLC Passover program. ISJL is our partner in organization who provides resources and curricula to all the children at the Miriam Brown Jewish Learning Center. Welcome, Mackenzie. Passover begins next Friday night, and we will have a brief Shabbat service in the Gordon Chapel at 5:30 p.m., led by Rabbi Scott. Our Passover festival service will be held at 10:30 a.m. on Saturday morning, April 20th. Our second night Seder will take place next Saturday night at 6 p.m. If you have not yet sent in your RSVP, please join us and contact the temple offices by Monday. After services, Mark Levine and I look forward to welcoming all members and guests to Congregation Beth Israel. Please join us for our Temple Oneg Shabbat in the Wolf Tillman Hall, and Shabbat Shalom.
And this evening we conclude our service as we invite Rabbi Scott to lead us, and we'll join her in singing Oseh Shalom. If you need the words, they can be found on page 343. Please rise. the closing benediction, please remain in your places for just a moment so that we may exit the sanctuary. First, we look forward to greeting you and wishing each of you Shabbat Shalom. Eloheinu ve'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, our God and God of our ancestors, as we enter the new week, guide us and be with us for the sake of good health, greater life, and enduring peace. Amen. Shabbat Shalom. Thank you for joining us at Congregation Beth Israel in Houston. Sharing Shabbat with you is so meaningful to us. Let's join together again very soon. My very best wishes to you for a good week. Shabbat Shalom.